We were standing in the harbor outside of the main entrance and exit of the harbor. Dan and Tom and there was 12 of us. We had just come back from Brazzaville, the Republic of the Congo. Now we were in Kinshasa, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. We were standing there and we were waiting for our passports. We had gone through some very difficult times in the last 48 hours. Leaving Kinshasa, going to Brazzaville, it took hours to leave. When we got to Brazzaville, it took hours on end to get into the country. We wasted literally the whole day, the day before, and now here we were coming back, and we were going through some of the same nonsense. We were standing there waiting for our passports. And there was no place to sit. There was no place to rest our feet. We were tired. We were annoyed. We were irritable. We were, we're standing in what is a filthy location. There was dirt all around us. And there was nothing that we could do. It was extremely frustrated. I'm standing there thinking, I think we all were, how long is this going to take? How long can it take to stamp a passport? For goodness sakes, what's going on here? We waited and we waited. Finally, this lady came out and she extracted money from us. Again, one more extortion thing. We already had spent so much. One more act of extortion. I had in my passport a multi-visa entry. I shouldn't have to pay a dime, but yet, again, this was going on. And then we could hear a commotion coming from the harbor. We could hear a bunch of people. We could hear them in the hallway trying to get out. There was gates there. They would only let out one at a time. And we could hear a commotion. And then they started to come forth, and I knew what it was. The ferry had come in. And what happens is that Brazzaville trades textiles with Kinshasa, who trades food. And for some reason or another, which is not understood to me, the people that are in charge of the textiles are the lame and the blind and the halt of the Congo. So what is going on here? They're trying to leave the harbor, and they're being muscled down, or whatever that word is, being extorted from the guys, the guards, trying to get money from them. And you can hear them arguing and everything else, and then they start coming in. They start coming out one by one. First, the blind guy holding onto the shoulder of someone who was carrying his burden in front of him. Then came the lame guy, whose leg was missing. Then came the guy with the crutches. Then the guy with the walker. Then the guy with no legs who was being carried by somebody else on his back. Then there were tons of them carrying cargo on their shoulders. There was another blind guy, and then another blind guy. Another lame guy, another guy without an arm, another guy without a leg. Then the children came. They were dirty, they were irritable, they were loud, they were arguing, and the parade went on, and it went on, and it went on. Your heart just sinks. Oh, God, help these people. Oh, God, please God, this is wrong. This is unjust. This is not right. My heart's screaming, my mouth is saying nothing. In my heart, I'm thinking, oh God, send Jesus back. This should not be going on. They keep on streaming out, one by one. Guy with a stick hitting the guy in front of him. Powder coming, or dirt coming out of the package that he was carrying for him. And all of a sudden, I realized that I still didn't have my passport in hand. But it really didn't matter. It really didn't matter in light of my irritability for having to wait for my passport to get out. Because that place is not my home. I am not one of those people that was marching out of that harbor that day. I was a foreigner looking on and seeing the suffering and the torture and the pain that other people were going on. And here I was complaining because I didn't have my passport in hand, which was sure to come shortly. Humbling. All of a sudden, what was once an irritant became a ticket of gratitude. Something that was annoying me, now I'm rejoicing that this is coming, that I have a passport. What a metaphor for my life. What a metaphor for all of our lives. We have a passport. Yes, there is tremendous injustice going on. Yes, there is tremendous suffering among us. Maybe we don't see it as stark as it was to that day in the harbor, but it's nonetheless the same. Among us, there are the lame and the crippled and the weak and the needy and the poor and the hungry. Whether it be literally, physically, or mentally, or spiritually, they're all around us everywhere. And is there injustice? It's unbelievable how much this world is filled with injustice. But I have a passport. I'm just passing through. This is not my home. My passport has a visa that has been stamped with the blood of Jesus Christ. Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of faith, who for the joy that was set down before him endured the cross. Consider him, lest you be weary in your well-doing.